in conversation. Today we have with us Mr. Suresh Sinha. He is the Managing Director of IRClass. Welcome to our show, sir.
Thank you, Capt. Mishra.
Sir, IRClass joined International Association of Classification Societies in 2010. First of all, we congratulate you for that. And from there, we would like to ask you, how has IRClass grown in the recent years?
Thank you for, basically, if you look at IRClass has been a member of, associate member of IACS, what we call International Association of Classification Societies, since year 1991.
Yes, sir.
So it is not, I would rather say that we are a member of IACS since 1990. Yes, it is true that we got full membership in 2010, and it's very important that our systems were in place and we were participating in all IACS forums, all technical bodies, IACS forum. We were certified for IACS quality system certification since year 1992, that is the inception of certification scheme by IACS.
Right, sir.
Yes, it has given a kind of it is great to be a full member and graduating from associate membership to full membership. And we have not looked back thereafter. As you see, our credentials would demonstrate that we have added in vessels both in numbers and tonnage. We have increased and enhanced our global presence footprint. We have offices almost in 24 places outside India and equal numbers in India. And this has given a platform to offer our services globally.
Sir, outside India, what are your plans? And that is what actually many of our customers, many of your potential customers also want to know.
As I said that outside, being a class society,
Sir.
we are a global class society,
Sir.
not a local class society. So our plan has to be for globally and for all areas, not only outside, not only India. So first of all, I would like to tell you that we are recognized today by more than almost 40 flags,
Sir.
which was there in 2010. It was around 17 to 18 flag administrations.
Okay.
So now it has grown to 40 flag administration. And we have recognitions from major flags like Panama, Liberia, Malta, Bahamas, Marshall Islands, and so many. So first thing I would say that since we have recognitions, it gives us a bigger platform to provide services for classification as well as statutory from all of these flags for which we are recognized. And this, we are continuously working to enhance these recognitions. I would say rather, another achievement what we got is that we got approval from European Commission.
You deserve praise.
Thank you for that. And that has given us immense opportunity to showcase our credentials, enhance our fleet in European market.
Sir.
So I think we have made some breakthrough in that.
Sir.
Particularly, we have, if you see that we got approval from Malta very recently, we got approval from Latvia, we got approval from Malta. We have got 4 flags, and Rotterdam. Rotterdam is just Rotterdam, another bigger flag administration.
Sir.
And we also have from Bulgaria.
Sir.
Our Cyprus, we are in the process of getting recognitions from Cyprus.
Sir.
In fact, basic process is completed and only some kind of documentation is left out. So with this, Europe is a big focus for us.
Okay.
Other area, basically we have been strong in Middle East. Outside India, I will say the Middle East is our strongest foothold.
Okay.
And if you look at is the maximum fleet growth comes from Middle East.
Right.
And Southeast Asia has been there, and Asia Pacific is now our focus area. We have a regional office. Singapore has a regional office for Asia Pacific. We have offices in 4 places in China. We have office in Hong Kong. We have recently received approval from Indonesian flag case-to-case basis.
Okay.
We are issuing load line certificate, and we have now surveyors placed at 3 places in Indonesia. So Asia Pacific is another focus area.
Right, sir.
Yes, I agree that we have not, our geographical footprint is not, is still, we have to increase our geographical footprint in the areas like Africa,
Okay.
America, especially South America.
Okay.
So going forward, we will be looking into improving our footprint in Latin America. We have office in Houston, so we are able to provide services. And Africa is another where we have a representative office. These, so in a nutshell, we can say that the Europe, Asia Pacific,
Yes, sir.
Middle East,
Yeah.
Southeast Asia is our main strength area. Looking forward to enhance our services in other areas, territories where we have not been very active.
That sounds really good, sir. Sir, last almost, we can say 1 decade, the shipping industry is going through recession. So what the classification societies like IRClass should do to help the ship owners in terms of, you can say, technical or regulatory measures?
Basically, you look at classification is basically a technical body.
Sir.
And the role of a class society, which was earlier perceived as a regulatory body, is now rapidly changing. A kind of a role is rapidly changing from a regulation to facilitator.
Sir.
Because if you look at the classification, it's nothing but basically mitigating the risk or helping the owners to mitigate the risks
Sir.
and complying to the requirements. And these days, shippings, if you see the shipping changes very rapidly because new regulations keep
Very,
coming.
very true.
So when regulations come, we have to help owner to comply with requirements, and then as a class society, our class, we prepare the guidelines, we conduct some training and seminars, we make our procedures, we offer new services in these areas, and all these services, as a class society, it is based on research and development. You have to take, because being a technical body, it has to be based, because research R&D is the backbone of all activities.
True, sir.
So therefore, all these services, like recently we had the new requirement which is coming, the reduction of CO2 emissions.
Sir.
This is the hot topic today, because as you might be knowing that
Absolutely.
MEPC just recently last week, they have decided to reduce the CO2 emission 50% by 2050, keeping base as 2008 emission. It's going to have a huge challenges. So all these new requirements, we prepare well in advance. And being a member of IACS, it helps us because we have, for all these technical subjects, there is a technical forums there.
Right, sir.
We
Right,
participate actively, and that helps the IACS society to together collectively address the problem, decide and deliberate what would be the best possible solutions
sir.
where all these new requirements can be implemented in a comprehensive manner, systematic manner, and therefore all these goes for helping a ship owner, and all this is knowledge gained is shared with them so that they implement these services.
Sir, actually this answer leads me to 2 more questions.
Yeah.
You talked about research and development, and here I also see opportunities. I would like to hear from you that what are the opportunities you see now in these changing times for IRClass? And second part, if I can use the word investment, what is the investment of IRClass in terms of, let's say, research and development so that you can help your potential clients?
I will start with your last question,
Okay.
investment in research and development.
Okay,
We have a dedicated team,
sir,
we have more than 50 surveyors
sir,
who are dedicated, their work is only in R&D activities. They are not in production on survey. So we have a big team who work continuously for their effort is in R&D activities.
So our viewers can be very happy with this, that they are in very safe hands.
Yeah, I will just like to elaborate on that. See that basically shipping, you say you have fundamentally you have a structure, hydrodynamics. This is the backbone for as the construction is concerned.
So,
But apart from that, the new challenges today is fatigue life assessment,
sure.
risk and reliability, noise and vibration, both measurement, analysis, prediction, problem solving, and when the new technology which are coming up, the new things which are new advancements, technology advancements is taking place.
Sir.
Today is the days of digitalization.
True.
So this, because to transform all your services on digital base, that is also requires R&D activities. You have to develop software tools. You have to development electronic tools. Is also part of R&D activity.
Certainly, I agree with you.
So, and then as recently we received accreditation from European Union for providing services as a UMRV services.
Sir.
So we got accreditation for that. Now we have developed our electronic tools and guidelines which helps owner to both address the issues of CO2 emissions. We are approving their monitoring plan. We
Sir.
have provided these tools to them. So capturing of the data becomes very important. This seamlessly it is coming to us. We can also approve this their emissions, CO2 emissions data, related data.
Sir.
Similarly, now that IMO DCS is coming into picture. So we are also having a platform for SIMP. So all these is also part of research.
True.
Risk and reliability is another which we need to do. We are chairing actually FSA. We are chairing IX group on FSA, which is basically risk and reliability.
Right, sir.
Okay, formal safety assessment, what we call it.
Sir. So beyond classification,
Yeah.
what are the areas you intend to serve your industry?
Beyond classification it goes hand in hand with respect to classification services.
Okay.
Because when owners build a vessel, you will provide classification services, verifying that structures, the hull, machinery. At the same time, they require added services like a specification, verification of those equipments and systems which is not covered part of a scope of a classification. So what we call is a specification services.
Sir.
As I told you, the noise and vibration prediction.
Sir.
Design comes later. First you have to predict with these equipments what could be the noise and vibration. So noise and vibration prediction.
Sir.
For running vessels, we are doing the Capt survey,
Sir.
condition assessment program for wild majors, because there's a requirement for older vessel to have a Capt program. We are also doing, you can say that sometimes owners leases, we do pre-purchase survey. If they want to buy a vessel, second-hand vessel, we do a pre-purchase survey. We do, other than that, we are now basically today, if you look at today, it is all these surveys are based on calendar, the time.
Sir.
Now with the time, the industry needs that it should be shifted based on condition monitoring rather than time based.
Very true, sir. Very true.
So the condition, so therefore we are also getting into ships performance monitoring, where in real time the performance of the ships, so the hull performance,
Sir.
machinery performance, predictive condition of the, and also the remote based survey techniques,
Sir.
like survey by drones, survey through analyzing the data, live data coming from the ship. So we have also built in a system where vessel performance monitoring can be carried out.
So you have been talking about, oh, I'm sorry. Please.
Yeah, cyber risk is another area.
Yeah.
IRS has taken a lead role in, because we are participating in IX forum.
Okay.
We have developed our guidelines and procedures for addressing the cyber risks. Today is a big issue. So we have guidelines which can be used to assess the risk from the cyber angle, and we are guiding owners, ship owners. It can be applied to, we have got separate guidelines for the ships, separate guidelines for shipping companies, and separate guidelines for port assets, port facilities.
Right, sir.
So all these are there, which is basically beyond class services.
Okay, that's great. So you have been talking about digitalization, just now you mentioned actually. Can you throw some more light on that? Like what all things are being done? Because we are aware there are some other classification societies which are really investing a lot into that. So how is IRClass planning for that? Or are you
Today the digitalization is the key word.
Sir.
I'm happy to tell you that 90% of our services
Sir.
are a digital platform.
Great, that's very good.
Today, if we do a survey, all our survey reporting is online monitoring, online reporting system.
So,
The survey is done anywhere in the world. Within 72 hours, the survey status gets updated. And owners can see the survey status through mobile application, through the web application. Today, all our plan approval, drawing approval for new building, as well as existing ships, suppose is a modification, all we are having through e-plan approval. That means hard copy of the drawings need not be submitted.
okay.
Drawings are submitted, a password is provided, drawings are submitted through e-plan approval system,
So,
drawings are approved, sent back to them. So therefore, time of physical transmission is reduced. Similarly, all the statutory documents like stability booklet, SOPE, all other manuals can also be approved online.
so,
All the survey requests, any type of survey request, they can lodge the request, put up the request through our websites or through mobile applications also.
so,
All our archives today, archives for the drawings, are digital archives.
so,
And now we have started issuing electronic certificates.
so,
That means any certificate can be issued electronically, it can be transmitted to the owners, to the ship. It basically reduces the fraudulent in the certification.
so,
There is no question of any loss, your legibility, and it is something which can be with digital certification. I would say that days are not far where today what happens is when the ship comes, the certificates are physically handed
okay.
to
But
the
sir, they are accepted, actually recognized by other authorities, let's say worldwide?
Yeah, because it has been recognized by Marshall Islands.
Okay.
It has been recognized by the Indian administration. We have already issued the certificates.
So,
Yes, option is available to owners. If they want hard copy, they can have hard copy. If they want hard copy as well as electronic copy, we can provide both.
so I would like to take it one step further. What about the case studies from where actually many mariners and many shipping companies can learn from the past mistakes? Are you also planning, or is it already in, you can say, digital format?
No, case studies is something what we call is, you can say that casualty investigations.
Sir,
So the IACS
sir,
has come out what we call a procedural requirement,
okay,
PR, which require that if there is any failure, if there is any loss of a vessel, if there is major, say flooding of a vessel,
sir,
so all such things, there is a platform, I will say that there is a system of reporting, capturing the data,
sir,
analyzing it, and it is shared across the IX societies
okay,
so that others can also get a
Take a
benefit
lesson.
out of it.
sir,
But literally, if you say that casualty investigation, as
Sir.
per the human aspect of it,
sir,
the life aspect is, that falls under the purview of administration.
okay,
As a class, we only look into technical aspect of it.
okay,
So system is already there and it is being put in use. But I would say that we do not have a kind of, hardly there is any vessel where casualty reports of IRS is very good, I would say.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for such a precious time, and you have shared so much of information with us. We hope that, as you said, you will be expanding into other areas. So we wish you very good luck with that, sir. Thank you, sir.
But let me tell you that, as we say, that even it is a class role, it continuously evolves.
Sir.
The new regulations keep on coming,
Sir.
all these aspects are coming, and also we have lots of association, because important thing is basically communicating with the stakeholders and the clients. So we have made lots of efforts, and now we have lots of forums where we interact with our clients. Not only in India, we have a shipping. We are member of Shipping Association of UAE. We are member of Shipping Association in Hong Kong. We are member of Shipping Association in Singapore. We are in Bangkok, and we have a lot of interactive meets. The idea is to let them know what all services we can provide. At the same time, IRClass is very actively participating in IX level also.
Sir.
We were chairing the quality policy group of IX, which is the highest quality group within IX. We chaired it for 4 years. We chaired the safety panel.
Sir.
We are chairing the FSA, and I would happy to tell you that we are getting ready to take over the vice chairmanship of IX starting from 1st July.
Let me congratulate you in advance for that, sir.
Thank you.
And I can only say all the right things are being done at the right time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.